Mm,
Welcome to the Ops. It's your girl, Spicy K.
and it's your girl TK. How y'all doing?
We are on episode 48. Yes, you heard that right. We are on episode 48 in the book. Um, of course, you know this is our last podcast for February. And of course, you know, in February, we're doing Black History moments instead of doing Who Are We Telling On. And I also want to clarify something that I said on, I think, the last show or the show before last. So apparently, I specified that Risa Tisa was suspected to make at least 80 some $1,000. Apparently, that is not correct. Apparently, she actually got suspended from the Creator Fund because she re-uploaded a video, so she's not gonna get nearly as much as people are thinking. So I just wanted to go ahead and correct that. Um, so with that being said, TK, what Black History moment are you gonna have this week?
Well, my moment is new Black history. It's gonna be important Black history that goes down in Black history. Simply because it united us all. I'm talking about the Montgomery Brawl. We all know took place on August the 5th, 2023. It was a strange situation that didn't have to occur. But in this on this day, black people were summoned to help their brother, and that's exactly what they did. They defended his honor and everything that he was working for at work. And I feel like this holiday, August 5th, 2023, needs to be celebrated. Okay, so we need to go that needs to go down in Black history as a moment, and on uh, Cinco de Agostino, we need to be celebrating. Okay. Now, as far as not condoning violence on the show, I
Yes,
wanted
we don't.
to draw more attention to how you know one we stood for one another. We had the first ever black man to swim to a fight on this day. He swam. It wasn't miles and miles and miles, but it was enough in some dirty, sludgy water. I'm sure. He jumped off the boat. Hemi off the boat to get to his coworker because so for some reason these people felt like they should attack him for doing his job, which is some people just sick of that. It's just awful. But that's the moment in Black History that I do want to discuss. With going out with a bang. Let me know who you talking about.
Okay. And looks like you're having some technical issues, by the way, with your record. Just want to throw that out there. Um, so mine is going to be a little bit more personal. Um, Mine is going to be Richard Alexander Hubbard, otherwise known as R.A. Hubbard. Basically, he is from my hometown, and he started what was called the Cortland Colored High School in 1936 because there were no schools around at that time for black people. The school was later named Central High School. He served as the principal from 1936 to 1971. In 1982, they actually changed the school, the Lawrence County school system changed it to R.A. Hubbard to honor his lifelong achievement of his founder. He passed away, I believe, at the age of 89. I think it was like 19. What year was that? 1994. So, yeah. And the school, even though the school closed down a couple of years ago, the property still stands. I think now they're turned into or they have plans to basically turn it into a North Cortland Community Center, or
Okay.
recreational center, something like that. So, like I said, it's a little bit more personal. So I just wanted to spotlight that because he's the one that helped the black people in the area be educated. Because, like I said, there was no schools for them, and or at that time, man, him and his wife did not have any kids, so they wanted to leave a legacy behind, and a legacy they did leave behind. Like I said, even though the school has now closed, his legacy still lives on. So that is who I am discussing this week, Mr. R. A. Hubbard,
Shout
aka
out
Richard
Hubbard.
Alexander Hubbard.
All right. Shout out, buddy.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So first story, of course, is cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. And this story is about, I believe we discussed this earlier, about the Texas teenager that was basically kicked out of school. Well, not necessarily kicked out of school. He was basically put in like in school suspension because of his dreads. So apparently,
That's
they took
crazy.
it to the courts, and the judge did rule that it did not violate the Crown Act. If you're not familiar with the Crown Act basically, in the simplest words, allow you to be able to um, have the hair that comes out of your head, like so dreads, braids, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Allows you to be able to have that, and that you're not supposed to be discriminated against. So the main issue at hand in this particular situation has to do with the length. The school board says that they have a length, and that the Crown Act didn't include length in it. Now, the person that actually helped create the bill state that it was implied,
Mm-hmm.
but the judge decided that apparently it wasn't, and they're still supposed to be basically, I guess, like a potentially appealing or whatever. And the person that wrote like I said, helped with the bill, which was, who was that person's name? What is his name? Or do you know it? Oh, okay, Representative Ron Reynolds. He said that they may have to go back and address the Crown Act because that includes length, but he said that he basically thought it was implied. So, what are your thoughts on everything?
I think it's ridiculous that you have to fight for the hair that grows out of your head, um, and how you where you choose to express it. I mean, it's nice and neat, and you know, it's just it's they're choosing to enforce something that's just really crazy, and he had to take it this far just to get the bill to keep his hair. Now, and he can never cut it because now they're gonna be like, wait a minute, what you go through all this for? Like, if he ever decided he wanted a different hairstyle, he can't even do that now at all. And you know, because if he could, he don't want he don't want the case. Yeah, I mean, it, you can't come below your eyebrows or past your earlobe. Like that ain't
Mm-hmm.
that's strange now. Like kids are wearing their hair all different kind of ways these days. Like, come on now.
Well, the thing about it is, I saw a picture of him, and the hair looks like it was up. So it looks like it was up very, in a style.
That's what I saw too.
Yeah.
So I guess when it's down though, it's different. But that doesn't even make sense. Like what does being the length of my earlobes or coming down below my eyebrows? What does that even? I mean, come on, seriously. Like it makes no sense. They're just trying to exclude somebody from something just to be doing something. And he took
Yeah.
and he fought it and won. So. Congratulations. I really am glad this
Well, he
boy
didn't win. He didn't win the judge in favor of the school district.
saying it was unfair.
No, the judge said that the link wasn't. So basically, the Board of Education or the Board of whatever, yeah, I guess the Board of Education or the district was saying that the link
I
was
messed
not
up.
included in as part of the Crown Act. And the link is what was at the issue at hand, and not necessarily him having dreads.
I misunderstood that whole entire thing when I read that. Oh my goodness, because I just was like,
Yeah, so it wasn't in his favor. That's why the family is looking to potentially appeal.
well, hot damn. Well, and now that's really dumb then. So that I mean they gonna have to appeal, otherwise, yeah, they gonna have to definitely appeal.
And apparently, this school district has been in the news before because basically they have basically allowed they did the same thing to two other students last year, well, the prior year. So one of them ended up having an injunction or something, so they were able to stay at the school. The other student left the school altogether, well, left the district altogether. But to me, that's really sad that something as simple as hair um, is perceived to be like a distraction or something. Like, that has to be the weirdest thing to me because I don't think that's because like I understand like in the military they have rules and requirements and things of that nature, but that's more of a safety issue. That's you see what I'm saying. Like all of these is more of a safety issues and stuff like that. But when you're at school, if your hair is in your face or something like that, that's more distraction only for you. Like, why is no one else should be getting distracted by it? And even you probably are not getting distracted because just like I have this headset on, I can tuck my hair over. So I don't know. I just think it's very, very odd that the judge and the board is deciding that the hair issue linked makes it not part of the Crown Act. Like I said, that's why the representative that helped write the bill is trying to make sure that they add something to make sure that length is included in it.
Okay, so that's what I misunderstood. Like for the future references, they're gonna have to include that to make sure they keep people from winning. But they voted against him. So basically, so at this point, whatever they was trying to take away from him, they're taking away from him.
Mm.
So that's just stupid.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make him cut his hair, are they?
Well, no, I guess he's just going to still be suspended unless he decides to go to another school system or something like that. Or unless he gets an injunction like the other person got. I think it was an injunction. I want to say that's the word that they use, but I'm not
Hmm.
100% sure. Or it's something similar to an injunction where they allowed him to go back to school with his dreads. So,
That's just pitiful. Pitiful. I swear, and that just makes no sense to me. Like that people would just take it that far as like, look, let the boy wear his hair the way he want to wear it, and don't say nothing to him, cause he can't be the only boy with dreads at the whole
no, and
school.
then I'm also not even just dreads, but I'm not sure if he's the only boy or person that has like longer hair. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like mm,
I don't know. Another crazy hair Negro out here. Cam Newton.
yeah,
Uh,
we can go ahead and go to that story. Our big story of the day is going to be none other than the issue that occurred with Cam Newton, and basically him having a altercation with some brothers. So, what are your thoughts on the
In his
story?
camp.
Please elaborate if you want to about the story.
Well, the only thing I know is I've been seeing clips all day about these boys. I don't know what they were upset about with him for, but it was at his camp that he throws in Atlanta. Like these kids are down there, playing 7-on-7 ball,
Mm-hmm.
at his camp. Like what? Like and then how you like the size advantage that he had over. Did you see? Like he was like they looked like they was half his size, literally, all of them, and he handled like all of them. I thought it was really interesting because what would make you that mad? Because most people like him have security.
Yeah, well,
He mm,
so apparently someone that I know, I won't say name,
no, you
was
won't.
at this particular game,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think he had any security with him at all.
Mm. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you think that they would possibly, and so just the fact that you just think you can just jump somebody, like what the heck?
So from what I was told is that I think both of the brothers, and I don't want to say their names.
Mm-hmm.
I know the 707 team that they have is I think called TPS, which stands for Top Shelf Performance. So okay, so the brothers TJ and Steph both apparently used to be the coach for Cam Newton's team,
Mm.
and they decided to branch off and create their own team. And apparently, they do a lot of, I guess, heckling. I guess that's what you would call it in sports. I know they call it that in comedy, but I guess it's the same. So basically, it was some heckling involved. And apparently, some kind of one particular chant in particular, basically, I guess they took offense to it, and that basically led to one brother, basically, from what I understood, one brother trying to fight him, and then the other brother saw it, so therefore he tried to, help out his brother. But it looks like didn't look like Cam needed any help because it was a lot.
None whatsoever. He handled that, and he didn't even lose his hat. Everybody talking about his hat didn't even come off.
Yeah, it didn't because ain't no telling what that had because it's probably like got some hair in the connected to it or something. I don't know. His has to be weird. Like it looks like it's one of the hats that like has like hair coming out of them.
It
Like a,
does. It
I know that's what I'm saying. So it's probably like very secure. Not really has the ability to to move that often. But apparently, yeah, and they also said something about apparently he wanted to bet, and the one of the guys said that you always care about money, you don't care about the like you. That's all you care about. It was just weird to
they wanted
me.
some attention. They got it though, cause everybody talking about y'all can, and the two, 3 y'all couldn't handle Cam. What's wrong with y'all?
I know. But yeah, but the brothers have been pretty much from what I saw, they have pretty much been everywhere trying to tell their story and give their side of it. It was I hated for the kids that they saw adults acting that way, especially people that they're looking up to, and people that are role models, and a lot of times people, especially and I don't know the racial makeup or anything, but I'm just gonna assume some of these kids were black. And a lot of times they're wanting to make sure that like they're not connected to violence. That's why they play sports. That's why they interact with sports and do all these other activities to keep them away from the violence. So to find out that the violence actually came to them,
Right.
and they were able to witness it, that's to me what's really sad about the whole situation, because it didn't have to go down that way. Like, if Cam wanted to bet and you didn't want to bet, or he was heckling you, but like, you all may have some attention, tension, like, where are the, like, you all are all adults, so like, what happened to like walking away? It didn't seem like anything like a heckle or whatever. Like, that's what they do in sports. Like, they talk about you, like, like, that's just what happened. Like,
Hmm.
so I don't understand why the animosity was so huge then, that you couldn't walk away knowing that children were actually looking up to you. And apparently they all got kicked out, of course, as they should. But like I said, that's still unfair to the kids, because it didn't say whether or not the kids could no longer participate. I'm quite sure there's other coaches there that may be able to fill those positions, but it's just a sad situation because it didn't have to be that way.
Facts. I agree. I agree on that because, like, dang, handle it like, but that's just what happens. Like, and both of them, all of them involved growing up, with athletics knows that shit. So I blame the brothers who thought they was gonna do something. Yeah, I couldn't handle my boy. I flew with Cam.
Well, I blame all of them because, it did not have to escalate. Like, and I know it's hindsight is 2020, and it's easier said than done when someone is actually in your face, trying to attack you. But because he is so big, I feel like there is measures that he could have also taken as well. So, um, all of them are accountable for their actions.
Two or more, I got to get you.
Two or more people.
Yeah, against me and I'm
Okay.
by myself, I got to get you. I got because if especially if I got the advantage, it's two of y'all and it's just one of me. Shit, oh, I got to get you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just don't think that, that's not showing a good example. You all are
Oh
supposed to
yeah,
be,
yeah.
complete role models and everything like that. So, just an
I,
overall bad situation in my eyes.
I probably wouldn't be what they would consider the best example of just about anything out there, but it is what it
Yeah. So, any other thoughts about it? Any about the whole situation, or the fight in general?
is. Just
Like,
leave folks that's bigger than you alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
whoa.
Even if it's two of y'all, because you don't matter if it's three of y'all, because they got handled out anyway.
Yeah, because Kim is a big dude.
Yeah, he really is.
Especially like they look like they were definitely smaller than him. Definitely smaller.
This man's 6'6", and he closer. They say he 250 something pounds. But I think he closer to 300 than 250. Nah, I'm just kidding. But he's big. He's a big dude. There's no way he
Yeah.
can just. And then he got all that hair too. So
Mm, yeah. Like I said, it's just awkward situation. If you have no other thoughts, we'll go ahead and go to the next topic.
okay.
Okay, so the next topic has to do with the Memphis mom that is a esthetician. I guess that's the correct way to say it, because sometimes me and words are hard.
Close enough.
Um, and she stated that she basically brought her daughter, her 5-year old daughter at that, to um, wax some of her clients. So apparently it was a long day. It was over 8 hours, and it was about 24 clients. And she was on, social media bragging, apparently on her business page, about her daughter learning the trade, and that her daughter helped her with the waxing, and now she is being charged with basically child neglect and has been arrested. So What are your thoughts on the case?
I don't know why she thought this was a good idea. Two things: one, to do it, and two, to share it. Okay, 5 years old. You said 5 years old. Yeah. So and three, who's going to somebody else's home? Like this was in the home, was it not? Because it wasn't in the shop, right? Because there's no way.
I'm sorry, they said that it was out of her home and that it is a mobile business, apparently. So maybe she goes to different people houses or something.
She
Or
take
maybe she
her
has like
child
a
around with her to wax coochie.
pretty much that day, at least that day she did. Because she said, I think the original post, well, I didn't, well, let me just back up. I didn't see the original post. By the time I understood and saw anything about the story, um, the police department was like, you shouldn't be sharing this. And so I never even went to look for it because I wasn't, because I can't be going to jail because that is probably considered child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to
And I have
register.
no parts of that. So I just saw where the initial, like, well, not the initial, the secondary article about her saying that, you know, how proud she was and she's going to continue the legacy. But apparently she had originally had videos of the the child, like, at the people coochies.
Hmm.
And I'm like, first of all, one, why are you taking a picture of my cooch area? Like I said, I don't know exactly how much was shown. I'm assuming it was blurred out, but at the same time, like, you shouldn't be showing my coochie area anyway. The child should not have been. And then people were saying, like I said, because I didn't see it and I didn't seek it out, but people were saying that the child didn't even have on gloves when she was waxing. And I don't know if you ever been, like, have you ever been waxed before? Hello? Okay. Okay, you're saying no. Okay. So I have, and let me just tell you something. Ain't no way. There is no way that a child should be that close to you. Because, like, if you think going to, like, getting a pap smear is invasive, a wax is way more invasive. Yes. Because at least with the wax, I mean, at least with the OBGYN, like, you go there for a pap smear, like, you got the little gown on and you're covered. Like, they have the little, you know, the blanket or whatever covering for you. But in this particular situation, like, they don't even have that. Like, you are exposed. There is, like, it's just the air in you, like the air you and the person that is waxing you. Like,
Don't get
there
shot
is
now.
nothing, like, there is nothing protecting you at all. Like, absolutely nothing.
Well, you leave. You know that's how you gonna leave anyway, with nothing protecting you. So it's all good. But yeah, I don't think a child should be doing that to anyone. Um, you should be licensed, and I'm pretty sure 5 is a little young to have your license. Because regardless of how insignificant you think it is, that could be dangerous for both parties.
Well, and I know some people are actually saying, and I just put it out there in the chat as well, like, some people are saying that the people that actually allowed a 5-year old to wax them should also be, like, in trouble as well. And they should be, you know, they should be arrested. Because, listen, if I go to a wax person And they even have a child. Well, first of all, I'm going to an establishment. I'm not going to anybody's house. If you know anything about me, I got too many questions to go to people's houses. Because I got to ask you if you got dogs. I got to ask you a whole bunch of questions about your house before I go over there. So I'm not going over there. Especially somebody that I don't regularly know. And then if you say your child is going to be in this room while I am literally like,
But hoe naked.
yes. And then this is just only, keep in mind, this is just for a bikini. Don't even go into the whole Brazilian because that's your butt too. Like, it's just a lot. And like, people were always talking about, like, on social media, about like sometimes these, sometimes the people that they're waxing, don't even take showers before and have, like, tissue paper and stuff coming out of their butt, or it just ain't clean. So why would you even want to traumatize, if that's what you've been experiencing? Why would you even want to traumatize your child to even see anything like that? And like, literally, when you are getting waxed, you're in the butterfly position. Well, normally I'm in I think, like, the butterfly position when they're doing the waxing. So again, you are exposed, huh? But yeah, like, so like, you're completely exposed, because if you're not familiar with the butterfly, I wish I had a picture of it that I could really show you, that I uploaded. But in the butterfly position, like, it's like I said, it's just you in the air. That's it. There is nothing covering you. There is nothing. Because like I said, at least with the gynecologist, you're not as exposed. You're definitely covered up. But in this situation, no.
They just let that poor baby do that. I do not agree. And ma'am, I don't like it.
Do you think the people that allowed the 5-year-old to be a wax to wax them, do you think that person should be arrested?
Yeah,
Those people.
That's even weirder.
Exactly.
That's
We actually
even more
agreeing.
weird. No, no. I take it back then, because yeah, no. But now for real, that's more strange than her having. Sometimes people snap when they have small businesses and they have to get it together. And she snapped definitely, because that's weird enough. But the people that actually let a 5-year-old get on them in that way, I don't know if they should be charged with anything, but they need some counseling.
Well, basically, if the child really did not, whether the child, wait, let me just say this, whether the child had on gloves or not, basically the child had to have touched it. Because what happens is, this may be kind of graphic, but let me just go ahead and let you know. So what they typically do, at least where I got waxed at, they get the little, stick or whatever. Well, hold on. They normally, like, either put baby powder or whatever to make sure. Then they put get the wax, put it on you, and then they have to get the little paper,
Yep, and
and then smooth it over to make sure that it's catching the wax. And then they typically, now this is what happens to me, they typically rip it off and then put their hand right back on there to kind of cool it down, because it's gonna be hot, baby. It be some pain, baby. Listen.
You get what you want, man. You get what you ask for.
It's rough. So to me, like, that's, again, like, and they got to get all of it. Like, they got to get all the hair. They working close to, they in the inners. Close to the inners. So, like, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying.
It's
they
weird.
are definitely all up in there.
It's a very weird situation.
That's why I'm like, there is no way I would have let a child do this. And then I agree with some of the comments that some of the people were saying, like, when it comes to if you wanted your child to learn how to wax, why couldn't they just use the arm? You still have people that that do the underarms, that do the legs. Like there are so many other body parts other than the cooch, like that you could have just allowed this to happen. But the fact that you are allowing this to happen, it just doesn't sit well with me in my spirit,
Right.
because it's just too much. It's completely too much
It's too
to
much,
allow something
man.
like this to happen and go on.
Too much. Too much.
So you said you never been waxed? Why are you looking like that?
It don't sound like it feels good.
No, but it's like my initial one. It was crazy, but after that, it wasn't really bad. And it also depends on who, like the gentleness of the person that's doing it. Because some people were rough. Some people were. I'll be like, you. This hurts.
Yeah.
Stop.
I don't want nobody there.
But yeah, but they really do require you to, like, you're completely spreading your legs, like it's the butterfly, like you're
That
exposed,
that's it for
you're
me.
completely
I don't
exposed.
need that.
And like I said, imagine if you have to, like, and that's just a bikini. If you got to get a Brazilian, like, you got to open your butt cheeks because they got to go in between the butt cheeks for that. That's why I'm like, this was.
Brazilians.
Yeah, the Brazilian, they gotta open the little butt cheeks. So you
Alright.
literally, yeah, I don't want to, it's graphic, but yeah, you literally, get on all fours and spread your butt cheeks, baby. It's
Hands on your
weird.
knees.
It's
Hands on
weird.
your knees.
Unless your esthetician has another way to do it, and like I said, it's an awful experience
She said
for
that
a
too bad.
child to be doing that.
Said that for me.
Oh my goodness. So
Hands on your
any
knees. I'm sorry.
any other thoughts about that?
Ski. No. Mm, no.
Okay. So we're gonna go into the next topic, which is about what is her name? Bear with me.
Who?
Um
What is who's name?
Chicago Bears hiring
Oh yeah.
Jennifer King, and she'll be the first female coach in their franchise history. She will be the assistant running back coach. I think she's the first woman in general to have a coaching position because she came from the Washington Commandos now, Commodores, whatever those
Command.
people are now. They used to be the Washington Redskins, but because
Uh,
of, you know,
don't be
um,
racist.
to be more inclusive, um, and they felt it was racist to say, Redskins.
It is
And
very much
first of all, let me just, before anybody say anything about me saying it, I also identify as Native American. Ask my mama, because she
that's
completely
what I was
identifies
not
as Native
racist.
American, so I can say it. Um,
That's what all racists that are not trying to prove they're not racist. So
but I am Native American too.
mm,
Ask my mama. Mama, I know
mm,
you probably can't comment, but if you can, let them know.
I
Um,
believe I believe you. But do y'all believe her? Cause I don't know. She said she not racist, but Redskins to her ain't racist.
no, no, I said I could say it because I am part of the community.
No, you can't
Just
say
like you can say
racist.
anything about the LGBTQ plus I committee because you're part of it.
This is just you're conflating. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you have
No,
it.
literally.
There's no similarity in what you just said. Okay, but go ahead. What the ops? I ain't got
That's just
time.
like a black person being able to say the N word.
You can say Redskins because you two 35th Native American. sorry.
Ask my mama. Mm.
I'm not. I'm not. I believe you. I said I believe you. You move on, Pocahontas.
But do you think that didn't the Chicago Bears? No, it was Detroit Lions that kind of went a little bit further than they normally go. But I think it's a great stride for her. Apparently, she also played in high school. I think she played basketball and maybe softball. No, yeah, basketball and softball. And she
She played
played like I'm assuming semi-professional or
football. Yeah,
something. Oh, she played in the Women's Football Alliance
yeah. That
as a
USA.
quarterback
Yeah.
and a wide receiver, and then a defensive back and a receiver,
Was she
and
on
then a
the
safety.
Renegade, Boston Renegades? Does it say?
She was on Carolina Phoenix,
Oh yeah,
then the
we
New York
played.
Sharks, and then the DC Divas.
Yeah, I heard about her in DC Divas, but yeah, um, we played the Phoenix one year. I don't think she was the quarterback that year that we played the Phoenix,
Oh
but
yeah, because you played football.
yeah, but I remember her name from the DC Divas. They're pretty good team.
Okay, so do you believe that a lot more women
Mm.
will have the opportunity or should have the opportunity, especially women that have played the sport, should be able to be an assistant coach or possibly a head coach one day for an NFL team. Because I don't
Head
even know if
coach,
they even have any for college. But I'm just saying.
not football. But look, no, I don't think this is. I mean, there's more women being present in the NFL now, like referees and stuff like that. I think there's gonna be more women involved, but head coach, I don't see that happening. You have too many. I mean, it would have to be a new expansion team or a new team. Like it could not be anybody that has over 23 fans
But why
because
over 23 fans?
because like I think after that people are gonna be like, oh no, we don't want no woman. Cause I'm telling you, every single thing that goes wrong is gonna be her fault. You know, Amy Adams Strunk is the owner of the Titans. Not the she ain't no coach, she ain't no staff. She's the
Yeah.
owner, and she still gets catches hell. And none nobody give a fuck because she got 10 times more money than people could ever think of. They talk about her and they roast the shit out of her. Cause no, they don't. It's I just don't see it. And I think more women will be involved at a level like hers because they're usually better conditioned than men. So the position that she's been hired for, especially in the running back, oh yeah, you gotta be limber and loose. You gotta know how to wangle dangle. You know, like the women game is different than the men's game when it comes to tackle football. It's a lot different, and there's a lot of things that can be learned on both sides by each. So I feel like she's gonna bring a lot to that position. Good luck to her. You know, and I hope that definitely, most definitely, be successful in the league. But I hope I'm not gonna say I don't think I just don't think that there'll ever be a woman head coach. But I'm not gonna say that there can't be. You know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't even think I don't. I'm trying to think, and I don't even think there's any women coaches in college, assistant or otherwise.
Mm-mm.
Or if there is, I just never heard it, which ain't unusual because I really wouldn't like unless they were a coach for one of the teams I follow in college football. I wouldn't know. I don't know. And let's
Wildcats.
just be honest. I don't be knowing the coaches anyway. Like I know head coaches potentially, and then that's where it goes. I don't know those other people. I don't know the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator. I don't know any of these things. Um,
You just know the head coach. I feel you. Oh,
Potentially.
Wildcats.
potentially know the head coach. The two schools I graduated from, I don't. Actually, I think I'm almost positive the coach that I got my went to grad school, that coach just got another job at the end of the season, I believe. So he's somewhere. I don't know where he got another job at. I don't know if it was college or NFL. I don't know. Um, any other thoughts about this?
No.
Okay, well,
Thank God she's making a way. And it'll be, because that's good money at that level. Shit, you crazy. What, what are
well,
you laughing at? Why are you being a goober?
who's been a goober?
You, you were just giggling at your phone.
Yes, yes.
Like you passed gas or something.
No, no. Um, just in a happy mood.
Oh, good. Good deal. So what? So what? What the, you know what? Don't tell us what a book, a movie, or a TV show, or a government document has taught you.
Why did you call it a government document? Yeah, it is my week. I am Spicy K. It's my week to tell you what has a TV show, movie, book taught me. And I'm just saying, in case people don't
By
understand, I'm
now,
Spicy
yeah,
K.
okay. At the end.
So for me, I am going to talk about London Has Fallen.
Oh
And
yes.
so I rewatched it this weekend. I think I rewatched it Sunday. I feel like I rewatched it Sunday. And the thing about it is that all of us pretty much have a false sense of security, and that's what that movie definitely explained. The fact that, of course, these people, and it was multiple people that were, part of this, whole big plan and plot to, basically kill, I think, the prime minister or whoever that was. And then have all these foreign leaders show up just to basically attack them. That was very calculated. It took a lot of time to work on that. But I was thinking about the fact that, like, it only just takes one person to compromise everybody. One person unlock door, one person, with a device that's gonna make things go boom. Because I'm not sure exactly what I can and can't say on YouTube. So,
Boom, boom, boom.
and I think that's so sad. I know I don't necessarily live in the complete, I'm not that paranoid that live in that kind of reality. Because if I've mentioned this before on the show, like I literally wanted to work for the CIA. Wanted, no longer, because I think I would be too afraid to know everything that was going on. I think that would be so traumatizing to me. Because I was thinking about the fact that, like, everything that, and I can't think of the guy's name for nothing in the world, but everything that he had going on, he really can't even discuss that with he can't go home and discuss that with his wife. He can't go home and discuss that with his parents. Like, he can't say anything about it, like, and unless the person is the president, he can't really discuss anything to anybody because, it's top secret. But I was like, it's sad that, like, we do have a false sense of security because it just takes that one person to pretty much compromise all of us, and that's a sad reality. So that is what
Don't
a TV
trust
show,
anybody. Don't
book,
trust
or movie has
anyone.
taught me.
Don't trust anyone, and the way that they did that in that movie is crazy.
Yeah, and it was a person that allowed, all of that to happen, because they wanted like 20 million euros. I think, yeah, euros.
$20
Yeah.
million.
Which is probably somewhere close to like 35 million US dollars. But still, like, that was so much damage and destruction.
For what? For money that you
Yeah.
ain't gonna be able to spend in time before you
Exactly,
retire.
because you didn't even last, like, you know. And the movie's old, so basically the lady at the end figured out who did it, and he didn't live no longer. He was no longer alive.
They unalived him.
Yeah. But anyway, this is episode 48 in the books.
In the books. In the
This
shade.
is the ops. We telling it all. This is your girl Spicy K,
And it's your girl TK. Peace.
and we are out of here.